Congressman, good to see you again.
Great to be with you, Rob.
Congressman, it was, I'm not going to say it was a surprise because she doesn't have the numbers, but House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says this bill will not come to the floor for a vote anytime soon. Take a listen.
Would you commit to bringing that bill to the floor?
No. I support the president's commission to study such a proposal, but frankly, I'm not. Right now, we're back. Our members, our committees are working. We're building the putting together the infrastructure bill and the rest. I don't know that that's a good idea or a bad idea.
All right, so the margins in the House are tight. They could be a lot tighter 20 months from now after the midterms. But have you ever seen, and I mean this honestly, a more blatant, naked power grab in all your years in politics?
No, sir. This is really over the top. It just shows the Democrat lust for power. But I'll tell you, the Speaker of the House, Ms. Pelosi, is smart because even Stephen Breyer, the most senior Democrat-appointed Supreme Court justice, said this is not a good thing. And for Nadler and Senator Markey and these real left-wingers to bring this forward, I think is very, very bad for them. The American people do not want to see a packed court. They know exactly what you said. This is an absolute grab and lust for power. And they keep talking about the court being out of balance.
Right.
It's been hijacked. It's out of balance because elections have consequences. Our last president got to appoint 3. Well, let them win a few elections, and maybe that will happen. But the way it is now, they can't stand to be in second place.
Yeah, Congressman,
that's what it is.
That's the way the cookie crumbles. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was 87 years old when she passed away, when she died. Here's the deal. If she had decided to resign when Barack Obama was in office, guess what? They would have appointed a liberal to take over for her. And I understand there's some hypocrisy with Mitch McConnell not allowing Merrick Garland to move through the system during an election year. We did that with Amy Coney Barrett. But again, that's politics. That's the way the cookie crumbles. But expanding the court, changing precedent that's been in place for more than 150 years is historic and should be offensive to not only conservative voters, but also to Democratic voters.
There's no question about it. It is just a grab for power. Everything we seem to that they do seems to be geared towards taking power. H.R. 1, the Equality Act, opening up our borders. All of these are just Joe Biden's what they call the skinny budget.
Right.
This is all geared to keep them in power. That's the way it is.
It's interesting. I heard somebody say this not long ago, but if the filibuster goes through, that'll destroy the Senate as we know it. If this court packing goes through, that destroys the Supreme Court and doesn't really make it supreme anymore. It just kind of makes it average. It's no longer the high court. Joe Biden, by the way, believe it or not, Congressman, I'm sure you're aware of this, but he agrees with you and I. Take a listen. Oh, well, we had a soundbite from Joe Biden where he made it very clear that packing the court was a bad idea. He was in the Senate for 40 years, 40-plus years, and he said that many, many times. He also said it when he was campaigning for president. What do you think happened? What changed?
Again, it's a power grab. He has flip-flopped on so many of his issues that he's stated over the last 47 years. It's incredible. He's trying to please his left wing, and he's ridden that horse all the way into the White House. So what are his core beliefs? Hard to know. Very hard to know.
Congressman, how would you assess Kamala Harris's ability to solve the crisis at the border? I know you represent the state of Texas. Has she done an adequate job, as you see it?
She's absent without leave. The lady over 3 weeks ago was handed the ball to be the czar of the border security. She's not made a single comment other than cackling and laughing when asked if she was going down there. She hasn't made any statement whatsoever in remarks about the border and that the fact that it's out of control, that it's child abuse going on down there, that we've got 19,000 unaccompanied minors that came through in March, nearly 173,000 illegals came across the border, and many of them are being released. Catch and release is back in fashion with the Biden administration. Many of them have COVID. They're fanning out all across this nation while we're having to continue to mask and distance. And the hypocrisy there is incredible. The danger they're putting our country into is incredible as well. We're spending $60 million per week to care for nearly 19,000 unaccompanied minors. And that's only an HHS. This does not include the CBP, the emergency facilities like I saw in Donna, Texas a couple of weeks ago when I was down there. It's just incredible what they're doing and what they're willing to put America through and to change America forever. It really will.
Congressman Brian Babin, thank you so much for coming back on with us. We appreciate it. Just a humanitarian crisis at our border, and nothing has changed since the last time we spoke. Look forward to having you back on soon.